Alright, part 5 is now in session. Starting with Little Bill. This show sucks ass. Why? Because look at the animation. It's very tawdry. It also has one of the worst animation ever. All the characters are just, they have the most wooden personality ever, and Little Bill is the most annoying character ever. The episodes are very mundane and cliche. The jokes are bland, and the humor is tasteless. Even the theme song is terrible. Little Bill is a very annoying character. He sometimes acts like a spoiled brat at times, and he even cries as well. I mean, Nickelodeon, I don't know what the hell you were thinking when you made Little Bill. It's such a terrible show. Yeah, bottom line, Little Bill sucks. And I don't want to talk about this show. It's probably one of the worst Nick Jr. shows ever, along with Team Umizoomi, Dora the Explorer, Dora and Friends into the City, Sunny Day, etc. Okay, moving on to the next show. Yeah, you guessed it. King Star King. You guys saw that coming. This is another show that sucks major ass. The animation is very hideous and grotesque at the same time. The humor is very disturbing. There's lots of disturbing images that they show as well. The jokes are just gross. None of the jokes were good. They were just too disgusting to be funny. And this show didn't even make me smile. Instead, it just made me want to cringe. And the episodes, what could I say? They are very abysmal. Oh my god, the episodes were just abysmal, and they were just. It was like a nightmare having to sit for one episode. I watched at least one, and that's all I could take. It was so bad. King Star King was absolutely horrible. I don't recommend this show. It's one of the worst Adult Swim shows ever. Watch much better adult shows like The Simpsons, Family Guy, and South Park. Mr. Pickles, Happy Tree Friends, and King Star King, however, are those three shows that you should avoid at all costs if you haven't seen them. They're not funny, they're not witty, and they're not easy to please. They're not easy to please you, actually. It just makes you feel very uncomfortable watching those shows. Especially King Star King. I had a hard time sitting through this garbage. And the characters were very unlikable and very disgusting to look at. So yeah, I don't want to talk about King Star King anymore. It sucks, bottom line. So yeah, moving on to the next one. What else? Oh yeah, here's a good one. I'm not a good one. I'm a very bad one that I hate. Yeah, you guys guessed it. Bosch. This show is very childish. Bosch is the worst character ever. The animation in it is absolutely terrible. The animation, it looks like it comes from a freaking 2-year-old. Oh my god, the animation is so bad that it literally looks like it comes from a 2-year-old. And the episodes are uninteresting and dumb. Even the characters were awful. The characters were just straight up awful and annoying as well. Even the theme song was just awful. And this show has also one of the worst voice acting ever. It also has the worst voice acting I've ever heard of. This show literally has the worst voice acting in this show. And the episodes are just repetitive as well. All the episodes are just freaking repetitive. And yeah, it's just it's a very dumb show. I don't like Bosch. It's just a very childish and dumb show. Why did this show had to exist? I don't know why. Mainly because just for the money, I guess. So yeah. Bottom line, I don't like Bosch. It's very childish and dumb for me. Okay, moving on to the next show. Oh boy, you probably know what's coming. Oh yeah, this piece of crap show, Butterbean's Cafe. This show has one of the worst animation ever. It has the worst animation ever throughout the show, and the characters are so stupid. Oh my god, they're obnoxious as well. Even the episodes were just a pain in the ass to sit through. All the episodes were just a pain in the ass. You have to sit for this torture called Butterbean's Cafe, and it's a real pain in the ass. And the jokes are very childish, and the humor is very tasteless. And the theme song itself is so god awful. The theme song in it is very god awful. Nick Jr., I don't know what the hell you were thinking when you made this abomination of a show called Butterbean's Cafe. Like, if you weren't bad enough when you made Bubble Guppies, Paw Patrol, and all those crappy shows. Except for Blue's Clues and Blue's Clues and You. Those are good. And and when I say Blue's Clues, I meant Blue's Clues with Steve. Those are a classic. This, however, is abysmal, and it's a real pain in the ass to sit through. And to be honest, I think Blue's Clues with Steve and Blue's Clues and You are the only Nick Jr. shows that I like so far. The rest, including this, I hate. And I hate most of the Nick Jr. shows that they have. They are all horrible. I really hate Nick Jr. nowadays. Nick Jr. is really bad nowadays. Nick Jr., I don't know what you were thinking when you made that show. I don't I don't want to talk about this show. All I can say is this show is a piece of garbage. Okay, finally, the last part. The last show. Johnny Test. This show sucks major elephant ass. Where do I even begin with this show? Okay, first of all, it has one of the worst animation ever. Just like Super Noobs did. And secondly, Johnny Test is a very annoying character. He's so bratty, greedy, selfish, and he can even be mean-spirited and very unlikable at times. In fact, that's the same problem with the rest of the characters. They are like dim-witted, mean-spirited, dastardly, or very unlikable. And Dookie's the worst dog ever in this show. The episodes are just dumb and cringeworthy. They do lots of in this show, Johnny Test does lots of stupid shit. And Susan and Mary try to help Johnny by giving him lots of shit and all that stuff. And then shit happens and they try to fix it and everything turns back to normal. Oh my god. That's how repetitive and that's how a pain in the ass the episodes are. All the episodes are not only repetitive and stupid, but they are also a pain in the ass to sit through and to watch. Even the theme song is god awful. Cartoon Network, I don't know what the hell you were thinking when you aired Johnny Test back then. This is such a huge disgrace to Cartoon Network. It even put a huge dent on Cartoon Network. Oh my god, that show is so awful and abysmal. Why, Cartoon Network? Why? I'm getting sick and tired of all those bad cartoons that we're getting now. And not to mention, it got a reboot, which is even worse. It looks even worse than the original itself. I'm not planning to see the reboot. I know it's gonna suck. To me, it will. So yeah, bottom line, Johnny Test sucks major elephant ass. There's lots of better cartoons that I recommend. Instead of this pile of shit. And excuse my language, but Johnny Test is getting on my nerves. That's how infuriating this show is. It's getting on my nerves. Okay, now I'm gonna calm down, guys. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Part 6 will be in session next week. This is me signing off, and I'll see you guys next time on my next video. And I'll see you guys later.